guys. Okay, so today I will be doing the Q&A video, and this video might be in 2 or 3 different parts just because there are a ton of questions that you guys asked me, and I tried to get every single one. And there were some really good questions, so I'm going to try to not be super long. And Pac is right here, so hopefully he lasts a while. Okay, question number 1. When will you try for your second baby? We plan to try probably when Pax is between 1.5 to 2 years old. Obviously that can change, but as of right now we plan for 1.5 to 2 years old to start trying. If Pax was a girl, what would you have named her? I'm actually going to keep that as a surprise, just because, you know, we do YouTube, so I want to, you know, keep it a surprise for now, I guess. What are 5 names for each gender that I like but wouldn't use? Okay, and I know that this is a tag, but I'm just going to go ahead and answer it in this video. For boys, I really like the name Mason, but I wouldn't name my baby that because it's such a common name now. Sebastian, which I really like. Rob does not like that name, so sorry if you have a little boy named Sebastian. Rob doesn't like it, but I love that name. I think it's so cute. I like the name Marco, Greyer, and Ryder. Marco I really like. Rob wasn't really a fan of it. Greyer we both kind of liked, and Ryder we liked. And there is one boy name that we were deciding between Paxton and the other name, but I'm also going to keep that a surprise just in case our next baby is a boy. But those are names I like but wouldn't name my son because Rob didn't really like them. For girls, I really like the name Olive. Again, Rob didn't like it, so we obviously wouldn't name our baby that. But I think Olive is such a cute name. Brinley, my friend actually, Brinley was one of our top names for our girl. But the reason I wouldn't name it that is because my friend had a baby and chose the name Brinley, which is surprising because it's not a common name. Next name for a girl would be Reagan. I love the name Reagan. Like, I think that is so cute. But again, my brother's friend named their daughter Reagan. And I know that, like, we wouldn't even, like, our kids wouldn't see each other, but just the fact that her daughter's name is Reagan, I wouldn't want her to think I, like, copied off of her, so I wouldn't pick that name. The next name is Reese. Again, such a cute name, but my brother's friend's daughter is named Reese, so I wouldn't name my daughter Reese. The next name for a girl I really like is Sean. I think Sean is such a cute name for a little girl, but I wouldn't name my daughter that because my brother's name is Sean. Next question, do you or Rob have any piercings or tattoos? Rob has no piercings or any tattoos, and I have 3 holes on each side, and then my cartilage and my belly button pierced. And I have no tattoos. And when I was younger, when I was in high school, well, after I got out of high school, both of my brothers have a ton of tattoos. And my sister-in-law has a ton of tattoos, and so everyone thought, like, I was going to have tattoos. And I really thought about it when I was, you know, out of high school and stuff, and thought, you know, if I really wanted a tattoo, I would wait until I was older after I had kids, and if I still wanted one, then I would get one, and that's still where I am right now. And as of right now, I'm super, super happy I did not get any tattoos, and I do not plan on getting any tattoos in the future. As for Rob, when he was a couple years younger, he was planning on getting tattoos, and he just never got around to it, and I'm really happy he didn't get a tattoo. He still may in the future, but at least, like, before, he was thinking about, like, getting a sleeve or something, and we're super happy he didn't because where he works, he would not be able to wear long sleeve, short sleeve shirts or anything like that. They have to be covered. So we're both really glad that he, you know, is waiting, if he is going to get one, for something that's really meaningful and can be hidden really easily. Okay, next question. How many children do you guys want? I would love to have 3 kids, and I would settle for 2. I would definitely be more easily settled for 2 if it was a boy and a girl. If I have another boy, then maybe I would go for that 3rd one to try for a girl. But if I had just 3 boys, I would probably stop after 3 boys. Will your next baby gender be a surprise? Me and Rob talked about this. We think we will definitely find out, just because, you know, we agreed that we would be surprised for our first one, and because Rob really wanted to know. But for the second one, we would find out the gender. And Rob said if it was a boy, then the next one we would be a surprise. So the last one we would probably have as a surprise, if we do have a third. What type of music do you and Rob like to listen to? We like a bunch of different kinds of music, not just like one type. I like Christian music, classical, country music, really anything I listen to. You know, we both basically listen to anything. Do you guys have a favorite TV show? Right now, we're really into Homeland. We've just been watching that recently. And I also really, really like Grey's Anatomy. In your hospital bag, what are the things you found most useful? This wasn't in my hospital bag, but I was planning on bringing it, but the hospital already provided it, so I didn't. And if your hospital doesn't provide this, I would definitely bring this. A yoga ball. The yoga ball definitely was the most used thing that I brought, and I am so happy that I had that available to me. The next thing I really loved having was obviously my camera and stuff like that, but I really liked the music. I had Christian music playing the whole time, and it really helped me stay relaxed and, you know, just to really try to like concentrate and, you know, just made me feel good. Next thing, have you experienced any postpartum hair shedding? Yes, I noticed that my hair is not, you know, shedding a ton, but definitely more noticeable, whereas when I was pregnant, I really didn't notice my hair shedding at all, and I usually have my hair usually does shed even when I wasn't pregnant, but when I was pregnant it wasn't really shedding, and now I notice it shedding more. So I think yes. Did you tear during delivery? Yes, I did. I had a 2nd degree tear. They don't count the stitches, they just told me it was a 2nd degree, and I think I tore, like my muscle tore inside, because I was really sore for a pretty long time. I mean, I guess it's not that long, it's normal. But I just became not that sore probably about a week and a half ago. I'm still sore, but definitely not as sore as I was. Have you recovered from delivery? And I'm sure that means the tearing. I wouldn't say 100%, but definitely a lot. I feel a lot better than I did. I would say like 90%. I'm still very scared to have sex. You know, when that time comes, I am really scared. I have my OB appointment October 14th, and I'm even scared to just get examined. I don't know, you know, if I go up there or anything, but I'm nervous. Next one. Do you watch 19 Kids and Counting, and what do you think about courtship, dating? I do not watch 19 Kids and Counting, and as for courtship and dating, I kind of know what courtshipping is, and I don't really have an opinion on that because I don't courtship, I guess. I know they do like the side hug, stuff like that, and, you know, no kissing or anything like that, and that's not for me. Next question, were we trying to have a baby, or were we just not taking any prevention measures? We were definitely trying. How long did it take for you to get pregnant? It took 5 months. Is having a newborn as hard as everyone says it is? Now this, I think, is different for everybody. You know, I think maybe a lot of people, if you weren't planning to have a baby and you weren't planning for a life-altering huge change in your life, that could be extremely hard. But I feel like we were definitely ready. I wanted a child for as long as I can remember. And I think because, you know, Pax is such a good baby, he barely cries. I mean, adding the time that he cries during the whole day is probably about like 20 minutes. Because I always, you know, I don't let him cry. He's too young for the cry out method. I just pick him up all the time. He's not colicky, and I know babies that are colicky, they are very hard to soothe. He is extremely easy to soothe. I pick him up, he stops crying. I comfort nurse all the time, he stops crying. A lot of times, you know, that's all he wants to do is just be on me and just comfort nurse. He's not, you know, really drinking because my boobs will be empty, and he would just want to suck. And totally, I love that he does that because he doesn't take a pacifier. He just nurses and comfort nurses, and I think that really grows, our bond really grows from that, and it's reassuring for him. And I definitely think that you know, people kind of put their experiences on to you, and I just always told myself that that's their experience and it's not mine. And you know, every baby is different, and I tried not to really, I know that they're trying to be helpful, but I really tried to know that sometimes people put their opinions and their experience of how, you know, how it was when they had a baby and they could never go out, or you know, things like that make you feel like it's going to be so hard. But I really found that it definitely is not as bad as everyone said it would be. And you know, again, maybe it's just because Pax seems to be a really easy baby, but I do not mind waking up in the middle of the night with him. I do not, and you know, when I'm nursing him and I see those smiles, it's just all so worth it, and I feel privileged to be his mom. And yeah, I definitely don't think it's as hard as everyone says it would be. And again, that depends on your baby, and I don't require a lot of sleep, so I thank God for that. But yeah, I guess I would say no for that question. How long were you and your husband together before he proposed? And how long was the engagement? We were together for 5 years before he proposed, and our engagement was 1.5 years. How many brides and groomsmen did you have? Okay, I had 6 bridesmaids and we had 5 groomsmen. Okay, next question. Do you believe in Jesus and believe that he died on the cross for our sins? Absolutely. How did you and Rob meet? He actually went to a Christian school. He was homeschooled for a little while, then he went to Christian school, and then sophomore year he came to the public high school. And sophomore year I actually had a boyfriend, and he came and he had a broken leg, and I was in his homeroom. My ex-boyfriend was 2 years older than me. So Rob had a broken leg from motocross, and I helped him. I asked him if he needed help to his locker. I helped him. He didn't say thank you, so I said, screw this guy, and I didn't talk to him that whole year. Just because, you know, he didn't say thank you. And then the next year, junior year, we had 4 classes together, so I really couldn't avoid him. And I remember thinking that I thought he was really cute sophomore year which is why I helped him to his locker. But then I had 4 classes with him, and me and my ex-boyfriend, we would fight all the time, and it just wasn't a healthy relationship. So with Rob, he was super, super nice, and so me and my ex-boyfriend basically broke up, and I started dating Rob a couple months after. And that's how we met. How many kids do you and Rob want? I would really like 3. I think Rob wants 3 too, but we talked about maybe if it was a boy and a girl, maybe stopping. But again, we have to wait until we see how we feel at that point in our lives. What was the hardest part about being pregnant besides sickness? I think the hardest part was the rib pain, I guess, that I felt. Not really, I mean, throwing up was super hard, but I think the rib pain, and everything besides that, I don't think it was difficult. I was nervous, I guess. One of the hardest part was being nervous about my kidneys was kind of hard, because my nephrologist did tell me that I could have problems bearing children because I have a lower functioning kidney. So that was kind of hard to take in, and you know, worry about that, and the bicoordinate uterus that I have, which a lot of people have, like not a lot of people, but some people have second trimester miscarriages. So those 2 things were, you know, hard for me to, you know, stay calm with that. But you know, I tried my best to stay optimistic and know that, you know, all I could do was pray that everything would be okay, and it was. How has your breastfeeding experience going so far, and do you use anything to prevent pain or cracking? Our breastfeeding experience is going amazing now. For the first month, we used the nipple shield, which the hospital gave to us because he has a slightly tight frenulum, so he was having problems bringing my nipple back. So we used the nipple shield and the nipple shells. The nipple shells are by Medela, and they help like spread your nipple out, I guess. We used those for a little while, but then we always used the shield for that whole basically month. And every day I would practice without it. And I would start with the shield, take it off, and then let him try to practice latching. And he was having a lot of trouble, which I thought we would have to use the shield for a lot longer. But all of a sudden it like clicked in him, and I guess maybe he became stronger. But now he has no problems latching. The only time we do use a shield is at night if I'm super engorged. I will let him start using the shield, and he will use it, let some of the breast milk out, and then I will take it off and he will latch to my breast. So I'm super happy, and I'm really, really proud of him, and I thank God that he is able to latch. As for any things that I use to prevent cracking, I use the Medela cream, the nipple cream, and I have the Bamboobies nipple cream. I use that once in a while, but I don't really feel that it hurts that bad. I mean, the only time it really hurts is if he's like kind of like clamping down with his gums and he'll pinch me, or if I feel like his latch isn't right, I will take him off and then relatch him, and then it doesn't hurt. I mean, sometimes I feel a little bit sore and I'll put that on, but most of the times my nipples, I mean, at least as of right now, they haven't cracked or anything like that. What are your plans to do with Pax when you go back to work? Are you nervous or anxious? My plans with Pax are I will be going back to work November 17th, and my plans are for my family is going to be watching him. It's going to be split up between 2 or 3 people, so and I trust every single one of them. So I know he's in good hands, but I definitely am not nervous, because I know and I trust 100% the people he will be with. But I definitely am very sad. I really don't even like to think about it. You know, because it's not me. It's, you know, and you're missing out. You're missing out on a lot of stuff, and you know, I envy the people that do get to stay home with their kids, and I really wish that I was able to too. But as for us, you know, it is expensive where we live, and to be able to provide what he needs, I need to work. And I mean, Rob makes Rob is the breadwinner in our family, but it really helps for me to work because we're on my insurance, and since I make a lot less, and our insurance is cheaper, and it just gives us more money to save. So now that he has gotten a new job, we'll be able to actually really save money, put money in Pax's account, and be able to save for vacations and doing things, and that's really what we want. We don't want to have to live paycheck to paycheck, and that's what we were doing before, and now we don't have to, and you know, I'm really thankful for that, because a lot of people do, and I'm really happy that, you know, even though I will have to work, I have a really great job with having a baby, because I have summers off. I usually work summer school, but I'm not going to because I have him. So I have summers off, I have holidays off, and I get done at 3:45, and I only have to be in at 8:45. So it's a really great schedule, and I thank God that I do have this job, you know, as opposed to people that, you know, work crazy long hours, and they have to work weekends, and they have to work holidays. So even though I have to work, I am very thankful that, you know, I have a great schedule for working. How do you plan to handle balanced work and life? I mean, I just do, I guess. You know, there's nothing you can really do about it. I think you do what you have to, and everything works out. You know, obviously I will be really sad to leave him, but, you know, it's not like I'll be gone for, you know, 13 hours a day. I only work about 7 hours a day, and you know, I will go straight and pick him up, and then I have the rest of the night with him, and you know, with Rob too, and we have our weekends and stuff. So, you know, I guess you just basically make it work. How old are you and Rob? We are both 25, and we will turn 26. He turns 26 November 11th, and I turn 26 November 12th. Do you plan on having kids close together or years apart? We definitely plan on having kids close together, obviously like not like, you know, a year apart, but definitely closer together than further apart. We plan to start trying when Pax is 1.5 years to 2 years old. I just feel that I want them to be young together, and I want them to be close, and you know, to be best friends and stuff like that. So I definitely rather have them closer together. Alright guys, I'm going to go nurse him because he's up now, and he did a really good job sitting through this video. But thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright guys, bye!